come in now, freshman, ready to go, all excited, and things like that happen. So we'll see what ends up happening with him, and hopefully we can get him back at least for a few games and maybe the second half of the year. But if he has to have surgery, obviously he'll be out for the year. Anton, another one. Planning on him playing a lot of minutes. He's been hurt basically since the second day of preseason, and finally came back about a week and a half ago. Doing very, very well. Kind of talked about, okay, he can be starting for some starting spot coming in as a recruit, to, okay, we're probably gonna have to redshirt him because he can't even get on the floor right now with the injuries and that kind of thing. And now he's been playing, I think he's had maybe 6, 7, 8 practices, and very, very competitive kid, high energy guy, knocking down shots left and right, and we're very excited about his progress, especially with trying to pick up the things that the guys have to do as a freshman. And he's done a super job of being on the sidelines, just staying focused of what needs to get done, and that's translated into him coming in, only practicing for a few times and actually knowing what the heck's going on. So we're very, very high on him. We're not redshirting this year. In fact, he played this last couple games. I wanted to throw him in there, see what he could do, and he did just fine. Just made a couple, freshman mistakes that will definitely get fixed. Troy Whitetail, another one that he didn't play much again this weekend. Struggled a little bit in the preseason. But last year he had a bunch of injuries and came ready to go this year. He's a guy that can absolutely beat guys off the bounce, get to the rim, and finish. He's super strong. So we got to get him on the floor, have him have some good practices, and find a way for him to get some minutes, because he's another one that he can get things done on the defensive side, but more importantly, he can just blow by guys and finish and attack the basket. Marco Pascolo, another one that he's a transfer kid from Italy that we're excited about. He can step out, he can knock down the three, as you guys saw on Friday night. He's the one that, I wouldn't say hurt us on Saturday, but he hurt us because he couldn't play. He pulled his groin on Friday night. He's another one that we needed, like a Brian Orr. You got to keep up with scoring with some teams that just go out and score. And he's a guy that we can put in there. We tried to play him. Yes, I can go. Played a couple minutes, actually knocked down a shot. He had great open looks that he'll knock down, hurt or not hurt. But then on the defensive side, with the teams that we play in these non-conference games, he's got to chase around guys and just wasn't capable of doing that. And it really affected him even on the offensive side too. So only played a few minutes. I doubt that we'll have him now for even the next couple of weeks. If we do play him, it'll probably be playing him tomorrow night for a few minutes and then taking a couple weeks off. When you have a groin injury, it's kind of a nagging thing that we just absolutely can't have the rest of the year for him. And he's a guy that will fight through it. He's a tough kid, and we got to have him healthy. Tyler Schoening's another one we talked about with Eric Seabury. Eric Seabury hasn't played a lot in the last 3 years, and unfortunately for me, and I think we're okay, but he has plantar fasciitis. He's got what Peyton Manning has just gotten called out for, or pulled out, I should say, and not going to play. And same exact thing. Our trainers are going to be busy, as you can see. Sean, thanks for everything, by the way. But Tyler actually had a back injury to start the year. Very excited about him and his progress and the things that he brings. He's a super physical guy, extremely athletic, strong, all those wonderful things. Had high expectations for him. Hurts his back, his shoulder's numb, all this fun stuff. Back for about 2 days, 3 days of practice, and then he's got this plantar fasciitis stuff that is just, anybody that's ever had it, including myself, there's just not a lot you can do, and it's very painful and all those things. Came back, practiced for a couple days. I threw him in this weekend for a couple minutes. Marco gets hurt on Saturday, and sure enough, I got to play Tyler, and hopefully we didn't play him too many minutes. I think he's going to get through it and be fine, but he's another guy that's going to be kind of a difference maker for us going forward. And he still played well. I mean, he goes 4 for 4, got some offensive rebounds, did some things on Saturday night. That was a big deal for having him. Justice Shook, another senior of ours, going to be a captain for us, and just does some great things on and off the court. Started out the games, got 2 big buckets, a big, strong, physical guy. Like I told him, there's going to be some games that you're not going to play a lot of minutes because they don't have a big. When they do have a big in there, he's a guy that we're going to have to go to and make sure that he can defend, rebound, and then, of course, score some points. And then Tristan's a guy that's going to redshirt. He's a kid from Colorado. He's another big. with our bigs that we have right now, we're excited about. He can step out, shoot the three, doing a lot of good things in practice, but he's like our team looked last year when we had all these freshmen and all these new guys and a bunch of guys with their heads spinning. Tristan's kind of the one guy right now that, including a couple other ones that are freshmen, but especially with him, head just kind of spinning. As soon as things kind of slow down, once again, like Ryan said, get your legs underneath you, get in the weight room, get strong. We're very excited about the things that he can do because he can step out, shoot the ball. He's a guy that is going to be an impact guy for us in the future. And that's it. As far as recruits go and things, we're not planning on signing anybody early this year. We're planning next year to sign a few guys. We have 7 juniors right now. We only are losing 3 guys in the early signing period. So knock on wood, we're being extremely picky this year, which is fortunate to do that. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt a little bit here, but we're excited about our 2017 class. We've offered a few of those guys. We got a couple guys coming in for visits first part of December, which is after the signing period. They're coming from a long ways away. Excited to get them up on campus and just kind of see what happens with our recruiting. But we're kind of holding out and doing some things with some other guys. But then moving forward, we're hopefully next year we're kind of like Ryan. We'll have 3 or 4 guys in the early signing period, and excited about that class as well. So, any quick questions before we get on the road here? All right, perfect. Wednesday, tomorrow, I guess, 5:30, 7:30 for those games, and 2 very good teams out of the Northern Sun, and it's gonna be great basketball, and we'll definitely be holding our own, right? Joel, did you have anything to?
I do not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nothing next week, right, for in here? Is that the email I said? Okay. Nothing next week, so we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving.